Hello, welcome to my very next video. Sorry, I'm starting the video outside, and my video didn't go as planned as yesterday because I couldn't think of anything. So, here I am for another 10 minutes on a nice, beautiful day in Canada. It's rather snowy. Everything's covered in snow. That's fine. It's only negative 20. And I'm talking about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So that is the other part of the story. Anyways, New Year's. I think I'll talk about that through Christmas area. So what I will do is go downstairs and then show you guys a bit. But it'll take me a couple minutes to get off my jacket. And I'm trying to reduce the noise so I don't get canned. Yeah. Can't have any music in my videos yet. It's fun, so I don't even have anything set on the computer, so can't even do a proper intro yet with music that I've created, because I've already created some. I don't know when it's going to make it to the channel. I don't know if it's going to be on this one or my other one, but yeah, that's what's happening right now. But anyways, New Year's. Oh, New Year's. Okay, this is the New Year's Eve story. New Year's Eve came around. Fun day for everybody. Mom on Christmas had a bunch of free cards for White Spot. We went to White Spot. We ordered our food. I looked off to the left of me. I had seen somebody that I had used to message, and that's back when I was an idiot. So, word to the wise, do not try and be the nice guy that texts every day. That never works. They find you clingy. And anyways, rest of the story here, because that's the back of this. Anyways, this person looks at me, looks away. I look back and I went, oh God, that is not what I wanted to happen. So, we get our food, we're eating. Well, just prior to this, I had bought tickets to go to the new Star Wars, because they had been sold out for the rest of the entire week. So I bought my tickets in advance. Right now, by the time we got our food, it's about 6 p.m. And we're eating. We're having a fun time. We're telling jokes. We're watching hockey on their TVs there. Which was actually nice, going someplace where they have TVs. And if you're into sports, you can just watch the TV if there's nothing interesting to do. My grandfather, while he's eating, starts quizzing our waitress. Where was White Spot started? She said Vancouver. And then he said, yes, but which point? And then this is when the entire thing kicked in. That the waitress didn't even know. So he's laughing. And she goes and asked her workers if they knew the answer. So you all come to the conclusion it wasn't where she said, because that was actually a brewery. Forgive me, but I wish I could have said something a little, let's say, better, such as tell you exactly what she said, but this video is like 2 days ahead of when this had actually happened. Anyways, I'm eating, I finish eating. I look at Mom and I say, we've only got about 30 minutes. She looks at me, the waitress comes over, takes my plate, asks my mother if she would want more fries. My mother goes, yes, I would like more fries. She goes, gets this next plate of fries. About 5, 10, 15 minutes later. I'm just going to say 5. Makes the story a little bit smoother around the edges. She gets it. She starts eating. I'm staring at the clock, going, oh boy, we ain't gonna make it. We're not going to make it there on time. She goes, why are you keep on looking at that? And why do you keep on saying like 15 minutes, 10 minutes left sort of thing? And I went, our tickets are for 6:50. Right now it is 6:30. That gives us 20 minutes, and you still have an entire plate of fries left to eat. She looks at me and she goes, I thought you said they were for 7:50. No, 6:50. Look at the tickets. 3 minutes later, she finds the tickets, gets them on the table, and she goes, I guess they were for 6:50. So here's my mom, shoveling back these fries as fast as she can. And no, she didn't look like a chipmunk by going. She just went like that, chewed them properly, swallow, chew the next one, swallow, chew, swallow, repeatedly like a conveyor belt. Then, 6:45, we finally get back out to the van. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, we got 5 minutes, I can make it. I get to the parking lot. The entire place is full of people in every parking spot. So I'm looking for a parking spot. I ended up parking the farthest away from the movie theater. That's how bad it was. And so you know a little bit more about this. My mother is handicapped and in a wheelchair, and she's only got one leg right now, so we were kind of hoping to have like a handicap spot because she's got her sign up in the window. So instead, end up parking all the way down. So here's me trudging through the snow, pushing this wheelchair up the hill to get to the theater. We finally get into the theater. She gets there just as the commercials were about to end. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in line because I had the job of going to the concession. I hand the girl my free ticket for the concession. She goes, okay, would you like to upsize? No, I'm fine. Just went and got our stuff. Head back to my seat. Movie's already started. Now, the movie we had seen, I'm not sure if I specified this earlier, but it was Star Wars Rogue One. This takes place between Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 4. I believe, if I remember correctly, Episode 4 was A New Hope. But, anyways, I think something you should know before I say spoiler alert is that I will tell a little bit of what happened in that movie, as in, like, references to other people. If you've seen the ads, you've already seen Forrest Whitaker. And if you don't know who he plays as, I'd suggest watching the Rebels cartoon, because he plays as Saw from that show. I will forewarn you, that is more or less a children. Yeah, blooper reel. Anyway, sorry about that. It's more of a kid's show. So, he plays as that character in the show. That's not really spoiling anything for you guys. It's just letting you know who his character is. By letting you know, if you watch that show, you will know exactly who his character is right away. The story will make a little more sense to you. Sorry about the sniffling in advance. It's very, very dry in this house, and no matter how many times I blow my nose, I always feel like somebody's stabbing me with a fork in the sinus, making it bleed. But in this case, it's, you know. But anyways, now I will say spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, I'd plan on sending you a couple minutes ahead of this. Because right now we're approaching the 10:20 mark, and this is when it's going to start, and I'll hopefully be done by 11:20. Anyways, in this movie, Obi-Wan Kenobi is referenced to go and meet Luke. Now, the character who references him is a friend of Ben's. Now, if we know anything about Ben, we go back and watch the older movies, 4, 5, and 6. It's one of those characters within that movie that goes and references Ben. But this is closer to the end. Ben is referenced to go and get Skywalker. Meanwhile, nobody has any idea what Leia is doing. As for her, she has not been captured yet. The very end of the movie will touch a very, very good basis on this. But anyways, there's also chatter on the radio about a commander. Once again, this is from Rebels. But anyways, that was my little minute interview of that. My review of the movie is, it was actually really well done, but I think parts that could have used a little bit of work were the parts where they went from dark to light. I realize that it can be hard to do, but when I'm watching the movie, I don't want to see like a really dark scene and then all of a sudden a brig. Yeah. Disregard I even said brig. A big flash of light. Now this light hit my eyes. It made me go like this. I couldn't focus on the movie at that point. I had to like blink for 30 to 40 seconds just so that I could get my vision back to watch the rest of the movie. That part needed work. Now, as for the rest of it, this is a better explanation of how 4, 5, and 6 actually happened. Now, if we watch 4, 5, and 6, we know all this stuff about the Death Star. We know nothing about how it's built. We know nothing about how the rebels got the plans. We know nothing about how they know the weakness. Now, this movie touches bases on that entire backstory. It touches on that. It shows where Anakin / Darth Vader is at this current point in time. And I have my cat staring at me for some weird reason. She thinks I'm nuts. Oh well. Anyways, from this point on, I'm not gonna try to talk too much more about it because I want to get on with the story. But anyways, what had taken place from that spot was actually a lot of stuff that was needed to know for some people, and other people were like, we don't care, it's just another bogus Disney movie, or whatever people want to say about it. So if I was going to rate it, I would about rate it a 9.0 out of a 10. I already stated one reason why I would dock a point from it. Yeah, those transitions, some of them are done really well, but others, not so well. If you don't have really fast adjusting eyes, one of those scenes is going to hurt your eyes. And if any of you are wondering about my hair, I was just wearing a hat, and my hair after my shower didn't want to stay like I wanted it to. But as my shirt says, whatever. Whatever happens when you take off your hat. Anyways, to progress this story. Okay, now let's pull out my big bag of goodies, where is that? Now, my grandfather, on Christmas, everybody is sitting there opening their gifts. Everybody gets one of these. Now, if you don't know what this is, it is hemp cream. It is hand protector. Now, see the logo on it. Pot leaf. My mother goes, "Oh my God, he bought us a whole pot." I start laughing. I'm live streaming on Facebook. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying my best not to laugh. But it ends up happening anyways. Further on from that point to today, I just got back from the hospital. Spent $7 on lottery tickets. Won 7. Not a very good day for me. No profit. And I'm being called upstairs. So, anyways, I'm going to try and end this before the 20-minute mark, because nobody wants to listen to me for 20 more minutes. So, from there, we started laughing. I got my laptop. What can I say about that? I like it, but it's not as strong as I'd like it to be. And at that point, I'm just going to end this video here. I'm going to try and hopefully put out a video a day. So yeah. Hope you guys are having a happy 2017. Good riddance to 2016. And tomorrow we'll tell about New Year's Day Eve rest.